She yelled at him for being 5 minutes late. He just bowed his head and said, "I'm sorry." 3 days later, that same man did something she would never forget. Rain poured down on the city like it had something to prove. Streets turned into silver rivers, headlights blurred into streaks of light. Beneath the towers and glass, countless delivery riders weaved through the storm, carrying dinner for those warm and dry behind windows. Among them was Ethan Miller, 30 years old, soaked to the bone, sleeves rolled up, eyes tired but focused. He lived in a small room above a mechanic shop. Cracked walls, one flickering bulb, and a mattress thin from years of use. Every month he sent half his earnings to his younger sister in college. He didn't talk about the pain in his back or the nights he slept without dinner. He just kept working, because in his mind there was dignity and persistence, even when no one noticed. Across town in a tower of glass and gold, Olivia Harper was the kind of woman people admired from afar. 36, sharp, composed, always in control, the kind of person who planned her life to the minute. To her, time wasn't just money, it was respect, and being late was the ultimate sign of incompetence. That evening, Ethan climbed the marble stairs of her building, rain dripping from his jacket. He didn't know she already had her phone out, camera on. "You're late," she said coldly. "I'm sorry, ma'am. There was flooding near the bridge." She crossed her arms. "Excuses. People like you never learn. Some of us actually have jobs that matter." Ethan lowered his eyes. "I'll remember that, ma'am. Please enjoy your meal." She snatched the bag, slammed the door, and smiled, because humiliation felt like control. Later that night, the video was online, captioned, "5 minutes late and full of excuses." It went viral. Comments praised her discipline. A few mocked Ethan's silence. He saw the clip once on his cracked phone, thumb hovering for a second, then locked the screen. He didn't have the energy to explain himself to strangers. That night, as rain tapped against his window, he folded his damp uniform and wrote to his sister, "Don't skip meals. I'm fine here." 3 days later, the sky broke open again. Olivia rushed into the lobby of Harper Residences, juggling her laptop and a coffee. The elevator doors closed, mirrors reflecting her neat hair and perfect composure. Halfway up, the lights flickered once. Then again. Then everything stopped. The elevator shuddered, the floor trembled beneath her feet. A sharp alarm screamed from somewhere below. Her phone had no signal. The air smelled faintly of smoke. At first, she waited, annoyed, not afraid. But when the lights died completely and the metal box filled with the sound of her own breathing, annoyance turned into panic. She pressed the emergency button again and again. No response. Then came the faint sound of people yelling, and the unmistakable scent of burning wires. Down in the lobby, Ethan was handing off a delivery to the front desk when the fire alarm went off. Chaos erupted. Security guards shouted for everyone to leave. Someone yelled, "The elevator's stuck. Floor 15. He froze. Apartment 3206. He remembered that number. He remembered her face. Without thinking, he dropped his helmet and ran for the stairs. A guard grabbed his arm. "You can't go up there." But Ethan was already gone. Smoke clawed through the stairwell as he climbed. His lungs burned. His hands scraped along the railing. He heard the pounding first. Faint, desperate, echoing from behind the metal doors. "Help! Please!" "Hold on!" he shouted. "I'm here!" He jammed a metal rod into the door gap, pushed with everything he had. The heat scorched his palms, but he didn't stop. Metal screamed. The doors finally gave way a few inches, enough for him to see her terrified eyes. "Give me your hand!" She froze, disbelief cutting through the smoke. "You, now!" He pulled her free, wrapped his jacket over her shoulders, and half dragged, half guided her down the stairs. The smoke followed them like a ghost. By the time firefighters arrived, they were already outside, gasping for air, soaked in sweat and rain. When Olivia turned to thank him, he was gone. She woke up the next morning in a hospital room. Her throat burned, her body trembled. On the bedside table lay a small, rain-stained envelope. Inside was a delivery receipt, her order from 3 days ago. At the bottom, in smudged handwriting, it read, "Don't worry, the rain falls on everyone." She read it once, then again. Her chest tightened. For the first time in years, she cried, quietly, without makeup or composure, just tears falling into her palms. Weeks passed. The video disappeared. She deleted her social accounts. No one knew why the woman who once mocked a delivery worker now spent her evenings at a small community center, quietly funding helmet replacements and bike repairs for injured riders. When people asked, she would only say, "Because someone once stopped for me when no one else did." Months later, she saw his name again, in a local newspaper headline, "Delivery driver rescues elderly man during flood." The photo showed him smiling shyly at the camera, sleeves rolled up, water up to his knees. She printed it, framed it, and placed it on her desk. Beneath it, she wrote one line, "Kindness doesn't wear a suit." Ethan never saw that photo. He didn't need to. He was still out there, weaving through traffic, dodging rain, delivering one order at a time. People passed him every day without looking twice, and that was fine, because kindness doesn't need an audience. It only needs a moment, the moment you choose to act when everyone else walks away. That night, as rain returned to the city, Ethan lifted his face to the sky. Somewhere above those towers, a woman looked out her window and smiled faintly. He smiled too, wiped the rain from his eyes, and drove off into the storm, doing what he'd always done, delivering quietly, humbly, expecting nothing in return.